Recently, I did a review of Spidey and his amazing friends. There's a new scale of figures. I opened an Amazon pack and I opened up another pack. I'm really surprised that that video didn't go over very well. Now, these are very new toys, so sometimes it takes a while for people to catch on that it's something different, but it's not going to stop me from going ahead and reviewing the same kind of Amazon package of these Iron Man figures. Definitely you want to check out that video where I do compare the two sizes. You will see them a little bit in this video. They seem to be PJ Mask size, which I really like. I never understood what was with the scale, and we are going to compare the two too, because I do have a Spidey and his amazing friends Iron Man set that I didn't open yet, so that is exciting to see him, and then we'll compare him to the new scale. This box is really heavy. These guys have a lot of extra accessories. In here is Iron Man, Ironheart, Iron Hulk, and Ultron. Looking really, really cool. I don't like them. I mean, do I like them as much as the Spidey? I don't know. We haven't opened them yet. They're pretty cool. There are a couple. There's so many different sets. There's one set that is a mix between Spidey and Iron Man and his awesome friends. Did I say that yet? This is called Iron Man and his awesome friends, a spin-off of Spidey and his amazing friends, which is adorable in its own right. But there's a set that combines the two, and there's a mix and match, and then there's a mini Hulk in Spidey version. Oh, it's so good. It showed up on Amazon.com, so the USA Amazon, for a bit, and I saw it, and then I was able to save it, but now you can't access it. It's hidden again, but I don't know when it's going to become available. It was really hard to choose which pack to get, because with these figures, sometimes you can get multi-packs, and I guess I won't talk about price. Anyway, it was way cheaper in Canada. Each of these packs cost $8 if you're to buy these individually, so it was really nice to get this budget case for $20, which allowed me to get each for $5. So I saved a lot of money getting this Amazon exclusive boxed, no plastic packaging, which also I'm a fan of, and I might even have to save this box because I like the art on it, and yeah, and the same as this, which is the same size box. It's definitely heavier. There's definitely more accessories. Let's pop this open, and then we will get to the original Spidey size, and we'll compare the different Iron Man. But I am super excited to see what these are all about. Okay, yes, there are two packs out. There's a Hulk and from the Iron Man series, and I guess it's Iron Man, and they have masks that go up, and you see their child faces, their real faces underneath, and they're so cool. They're not like the ones that Spidey had where you had to squeeze their legs and it took away the articulation. It's just the mask flip up feature, and I'm really sad that all of these don't have it because it is really cool. Yeah, this box is stuffed full of stuff, and it's actually going to be fun to open up all of these little presents inside. So I love that they did that. So did I show this enough? I better keep this standing by because I don't know who Ultron is. Maybe I do. Ironheart, the female representative here in this mix. Iron Man and Iron Hulk, which I don't know what this concept is or what has happened to Marvel. I just know that they look super cute. Who are we opening first? Get some propaganda in here. Safety and instructions and whatnot. Oh, so we're getting Ultron, which I kind of like that name, but I don't know anything about it. Okay, so they don't have his accessory in here, and let's check this out. So I also am obsessed with robots currently, so I mean, I might really start to love these. Yeah, they look like, and the PJ Mask Hasbro figures are some of my favorite to collect toys. Definitely my top 5 right now. They might be my top 5 toys to collect. So having this new little figures that look like they belong to that universe. Let's see. They did stop making. Oh no, his accessory wasn't that. wasn't the bag. I dropped it. They are right on scale. They have the same kind of like feet. I mean, they belong in the universe. This is cool. Yeah, this is actually really cool to be getting 4 new robots. So just like with the Spidey figures, they have one wrist that twists on one side and then the other one doesn't twist. I don't know, maybe that's a cost saving. I don't know why they don't give them both twistable wrists, but just one twistable wrists. The arms move together, the head is on a ball joint, so it's got full rotation, and I mean, depending on how the shoulders and what's on the head. But check out this guy. And then here's his accessory, and I guess he can hold it in his hand because that's what they show him doing. This isn't a very long peg, which I find not cool because I don't know why they did that, but it looks really cool. A spinner, and the best part is that they can wear them like backpacks, but that means it always doubles like wings and stuff. So yeah, I love that. And then plus it can look like a weapon in a holster. So cool. This was a good way to start. He is a silver robot. I love this guy. He looks so good. The paint apps are incredible. He's perfection. He's so cute and so cool. Let's go. What else do we have? This is the biggest pack. This is Hulk. I can see the green. So they have wrapped them together with their accessories. And I'm assuming that you're also going to be able to buy these on single cards like they do with these ones. And I have seen, I don't know if, yeah, I've seen some. I've also recently seen a Black Panther from the Iron Man series who comes with a car, which has shown up. So there's also mini cars and there's big cars. The big cars are the ones that, there's 2 big car sets. I think there's 3, but only 2 have shown up. And they have, I think there's Iron Man, Ironheart, and Iron Hulk. And they all have masks and you can see their faces underneath, which I think is really cool. So let's see, do we have the same thing going on here? Yeah, we got one wrist. Normally it's at the hand wrist on these figures where it twists, but on these giant robot Iron Man wrists, the wrist is way up at the top, so it kind of twists in the middle of the arm. Legs again move in the same way. He is bulked up because he's the Hulk, so you can see that he's a much thicker figure. And cool. And then they call these iron armor figure pack. So I mean, I should have said that. I mean, it's going to be in the description. So iron armor, and here is the iron armor. I guess all of it is the iron armor, but here's the added on fists. Where's your thumbs? Thumbs should go at the top. So look, it looks like it clamps around. We got a backpack. Doesn't seem like there's any other, I mean, they're wings, I guess, when they're out like this, which is cool. And then you put your hands in and you just cover the hands with the iron fists, and then he's got bulked up fists. So they can only be in this position because they don't bend down once they just hinge here. You can see a nice metal rivet hinge on them. And then I like this detail of the hydraulic pumps, which is really cool. Hydraulic, I guess, it kind of looks like liquid, would contain liquid. So yeah, very, 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 very cool. And adorable, huge fists. And I guess he can punch like this. Look at that. Look at it. Look how cute that is. So good. And then this pompadour robot head part looks really cool. So he's kind of rockabilly, which I like. And then he's got H for Hulk on his chest. Does this guy have a V? No, this guy doesn't have any. Is this guy bad? You gotta let me know. Maybe, well, let's see. Oh yeah, they had one bad guy in here. So he must be the bad guy. And he has a propeller. This looks like the most dangerous weapon, right? Out of all of them. I mean, Hulk's fists. Boom, boom. I don't want to scratch up this guy's great eye paint. But okay, time to move on. Who is this? This must be Iron Man. Iron Man. That's the Iron Man that I watched. Loved that cartoon. It was so good. The Marvel cartoons back in the 70s and 80s. I don't know. Maybe those were even 60s. And I watched them in. Which way does this go? I watched them in syndication. Iron Man. That's how the song went. It was very 50s. So maybe it was. I got to do some research on that. I'm not sure. It was either based on the 50s or actually made in the 50s, 60s, or made in the 50s, 60s. Check that out. I put his gear on right away just because, oh man, I didn't know I was going to like these this much. They are the perfect scale. I don't know why they didn't do them in this scale originally. We'll touch on that in a second when I open up that Iron Man, which is... I love that scale too, but it's weird that nobody made... They made Star Wars and they made these Spidey figures in this scale, and it was like, oh, there's no other toys ever in that scale, which is kind of fun, but at the same time I wanted to play with my PJ Masks figures, and now that they can all play together. Also on Amazon, when people got their Iron Man figures, I did see some reviews where people were saying they don't go with the Spidey figures. It's kind of disappointing, but they didn't know that all of the new Spidey figures were going to be done in this scale. I can't wait to put them in my collector case too, where I can really enjoy them. So we can take a look at the back. He's got the peg hole. The hexagonal system is something great. They've done that. Hasbro's done that with Mr. Potato Head recently, though, and it makes putting the pegs in really, really great. I don't know if that's new for... I don't know if it's new for action figures. I think it's been. I think this is new technology. This is old new technology, using the hexagon to put a circular peg in a hexagonal hole is, believe it or not, a game changer in the toy industry. It makes things stay in tight, but not too tight. It's kind of awesome, and I've only seen that happen with Hasbro toys recently, and it is a great toy innovation that's not an innovation at all that they've implemented. So we've got the same twistable wrist on just the left hand, and sometimes there's accessories for them to hold. Not in this case. I guess just like Ultron can hold his, I guess you could do this in the same way. Like, it does kind of look like a blaster. You know that kids are gonna want and like to do that. Pro tip, kids out there, hopefully you're being watched with a parent. Children shouldn't be on YouTube by themselves, is my opinion. But here we go. Tell your kids this can also be a laser. It doesn't hurt anyone, but it stuns them. Yeah. That's how it works. Adorable cuteness. This is the colors of these are little robot toys. Even if I'm not a huge Marvel fan or know what's happening in the Marvel universe at the moment, these are incredible little robots. I love them. Paint apps, so good. Look at those eyes. I'm sure there's going to be mishaps on some. Iron Man's logo is an upside down triangle. Iron Man. Oh, I guess I could see how that could be. The blue is an M and the white could be an I. Stylized. Who knows? And then the last one is the girl figure, which I think it's important to always include a girl. I think that the girls in boy lines become the peg warmer, and boys in girl lines, if I didn't say it properly, become the peg warmer. Boys don't like girls and girls don't like boys, especially when they're kids. I mean, even when they're grown up. The grown-up action figures don't sell, and as much as people try to fight back on that and say that it's not true, unfortunately, well, I don't know, unfortunately for the people who want them, it's true, but the toy companies do know, and they do try to make less of the the female figures for the boys and less of the boy figures for the girls. And whenever they go outside that, they have a bunch of toys sitting on the shelves that don't sell. This being said, she's awesome. I really like her colors. I am not a fan of hearts, but the fact that this is a robot heart on both on her chest and on her head is really cool. The colors are really good. Purple and yellow are contrasting or complementary colors because they're the opposite side of the color spectrum. Do we have anything? Red and green, orange and blue. Maybe that's why Iron Man's logo is so cool. Pops on him. And she looks great, and she looks great holding her wings, but she can also put them on her back. She, of course, has the same one twisting wrist over here. Wait, does it switch up? This wrist, maybe they all, am I wrong? No, it does switch up. Iron Man's right hand switches, and you can see an open hand and a holding hand, and then, I'm so confused. I am confused. And she has the opposite open hand and closing hand, so she's right-handed. And do we know Iron Man is left-handed? Is that a known thing? All right, here we go. And then hearts on her big wrist guards too. And then we got to put her wings on, which are cool. And then I got to make sure I'm putting them on the right way. They seem to go on this way. Kind of baddie too. I like that. And there she is, looking so cool. Look, and she's got little slanty catty eyes, which is cool. Kind of like a more feminine eye, even as a robot. These are so cute, cool, awesome. Love the color combinations. Love the paint decos. Love that they come in this little cardboard box. Let's put them away. Oh, no, let's not put them away. I was a little worried about this. I got this at a discount store, and it was marked down, so I did have to peek in here to make sure that they didn't take the robot out, and they didn't, because sometimes when you find these that the kids have gotten in there, these packs also come with backpacks, and this is the scale that they used to come in, Spidey and his awesome friends. And the reason I got this was because it was nice and marked down, and I love getting the accessories, even though I try to avoid getting vehicles like this, because I like collecting my figures like this, and I can just enjoy them more. This is how I collect toys normally. This is the larger scale ones, which don't fit in these boxes. Another reason why I am so happy about this scale, because when I get these boxes, I can really appreciate my collection, opposed to if I just keep them in the bins and then I have to go digging in here to get them. You have to check out the other video, the Spidey and His Amazing Friends, the recent one that I did, if you want to see more of that. But they did make a couple figures that I reviewed of the new size that, I mean, I can probably fit him in, but the other guy that came with this set, I can't fit him in. So here is the Iron Man from Spidey and His Amazing Friends, and this is what that scale looked like before, and this is the new scale. And they do have him, I don't, what do they have him iron armored. They have him iron armored up, which is really cool, but you can definitely see what's with his hand. They did the same thing back then though, where just one wrist moves, and it's the same wrist. It's consistent that he's left-handed. And then they have this hand that's, oh, because he's got the special Iron Man shooting hand. Do we have the same thing going on here? This is not a ball joint, it's just a rotation joint. The arms go out on these ones, I didn't even mention that they don't just spin, they go out. They go out. I don't know if I did or not, but I was showing that they, when I was demonstrating that they fly. So I do love that they have that hinge outward as well as a rotation. So we love a spin and a yeah, we love more articulation, the better. Do I like when the legs can move independently? Not at this scale. It's better that they just sit down. But here we go, and the same, yeah, so it's the same type of articulation. He's got a little more range of motion because he's not as armored up, but you can see that the scale is quite different. Like, look at the size of that head. I mean, I have to say, I love the scale. These are adorable. They're chibi. They've got big heads and cute. Look, the peg, the hexagonal system is a new thing. It's smaller peg. The same peg system is not going to work. Anyway, he does come with a car. Let's see. Let's see if this can. What is this? Oh, that's not his. So silly. This got a clip onto him as a backpack as well. Does it show that? Where's the instructions? Where's the box? Here it is. Yes, it shows it clipping at his waist, and it can also go in the car. So I have to do that too, which I love an accessory, which is why these packs were so awesome. They didn't just give you the figures, they gave you the extra bonus accessory that usually comes in the one figure pack. Again, in Canada, I don't know what the prices would be. In US, they'd definitely be cheaper. Probably pay $5 each for one of these single packs that come with the accessories. They're $8 in Canada to get something like that. This is kind of cool. I love that. I love that you can then clip it on to the back of the vehicle. Like, oh, really interesting that it does. They definitely did a good job at it. Kind of hugs onto this front lip here, and then it clamps on very gently. That's really done well because it's like a soft click. It's just a subtle. And then it's a tricycle, but it's a backwards tricycle. Really cool vehicle. Hope it fits in my bin. Hope I don't have too many, but this is the end of my collecting of the Spidey and his amazing friends in this scale. So, yeah, I guess maybe I shouldn't have collected them in this scale, because there are a few that I have left to get, like Rhino, and then there's this weird robot guy, who's this bulbous robot who's really cool, but maybe they'll make them again in the new scale, which I definitely would prefer. See, hold on. I'm playing too much with this old toy. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you can get your hands on these, they probably are like at stores like Five Below and stuff. These are great toys, and I do like the more chunky, hunky versions of them. But I like the fact that these ones are my collecting ideal size. Goes back to my Imaginext days, when they made all kinds of Imaginext properties that I loved. But he fits pretty well. He's not holding on to his handle. He doesn't have a very good... His grip hand isn't tight enough for some reason. I don't know what's up with that. But there he is. You saw the difference. The colors on here are much more simple. I like that, but there's something they did these really, really well. Like, I am surprised I like these. These are way better than what I saw in the pictures. Like, a lot has to do with the paint apps being so well done, and they're not messy or anything. So it does make me not hate too much paint going on them. But I like a simple pop art toy, usually something that's really toyetic, really cartoony. Let's put them away. So this is what I decided on my last video, and I get to put them together. So this is the new collection. I should have held out on getting these, and I was going to, because to decide which pack to get, I could have gotten this pack with Captain America and a dog, but it cost $15 more to get 2 other figures, or even the dog's like half a figure. So $15 just to get Iron Man or Captain America and the dog. But Captain America is also in that Spidey mashup set with Spidey and Iron Man, so I might hold out for that. But yes, this again was $20 in Canada, probably $15 in the closer to that in the US. So this is definitely good value for your money. Will I be able to fit these figures in here? Oh, he's chunky. Uh-oh. Sometimes I guess I can put their arms up. Oh no, he's gonna squeeze in. I definitely have to put his armor in a different position. But it's really important to me that I can fit these into these boxes. Oh, well, the good thing about these boxes is they have movable slots. So that might have to be done in order to, I'm going to have to play around with this like I did before with the Spideys. I did put them in a smaller box before, but I have decided that this is the way to go. Then this guy can go into here. Yeah, they fit in here well. I'm going to have to juggle things around better, but I'll give you an outlook. It seems like I filled up everything. Oh yeah. Check that out. So this is what I love about these boxes, is that now I can see my full collection. So this is a pretty good collection because I know that it's good for me. I know that this is the 2 Amazon basic sets of characters, and this might have to be enough for me to just, I got a good collection here. This is a good representation of these figures. It makes me enjoy it, but it seems that I love these figures so much that I'm gonna have to collect more, but I'm gonna wait for a sale. You let me know what you think of these. Will you want to collect these? Which scale do you prefer? Yeah, I definitely a recommend by me. They're a lot of fun. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you again real soon. Until then.